Target lost $10 billion. So far, they've lost $10 billion, folks, and they're losing more. Target got real smart about it, at least momentarily smart for just one little area, and decided that they were going to pull this clothing out of their stores nationwide. And by the way, if Gavin Newsom is angry, that's probably a very good thing. Folks, the governor of the state of California is an evil, demonically inspired man. And I think that it's important for me to talk about how totalitarianism works. And you're going to want to stick around with me because if you're a parent, this is going to matter to you. If you're a parent and you are concerned about the welfare of your children, understand the governor wants to demonize you. And not only does he want you to be demonized, he wants to lie like Satan himself, which, by the way, is in essence the father of lies. Actually, not in essence. He is the father of lies. And Gavin Newsom loves his daddy. I'm just going to say that very, very simply and very, very clear. Now, this all starts, and an example of this, a great example of this, starts with what's going on with Target. Target is doing some very evil things. We know that. And of course, they have made this big sort of proud attempt to try to actually make a point by saying that they're something special, I guess, by exploiting children through specifically targeting them in seeking to sell them things that encourages some sort of an acceptance of the LGBTQ plus lifestyle, specifically the trans group of people who actually seek to want to push their insane decisions upon our children and want to force it upon them in a time when they're vulnerable and confused. So Target decides that they're going to sell these I've never even heard of tuck friendly, but they're selling this tuck friendly nonsense. Basically, it helps men or boys look like girls by doing some things that I'm not going to get into real detail about because it's pretty ugly. And a whole bunch of parents lost their mind. Rightly so. A whole bunch of people got crazy, and Target lost $10 billion. So far, they've lost $10 billion, folks, and they're losing more. Now, the funny thing about it was Target got real smart about it, at least momentarily smart for just one little area, and decided that they were going to pull this clothing out of their stores nationwide. And Gavin Newsom is angry. And by the way, if Gavin Newsom is angry, that's probably a very good thing. But I want you to see how evil he is and how totalitarian in nature his nonsense is. Look at what he actually says here. This is so incredibly crazy. He says the CEO of Target, Brian Cornell, selling out the LGBTQ plus community to extremists is a real profile in courage. This isn't just a couple of stores in the South. There is a systematic attack on the gay community happening across the country. Wake up, America. This doesn't stop here. You're black, you're Asian, you're Jewish, you're a woman, you're next. Isn't it funny how he would mention women in that women are the number one targets of the trans community in that they're trying to belittle them? Isn't it funny how he talks about black people when he himself is the greatest propagator of evil and wicked things against black people? He tells people, we want you to come to our state to have abortions, and 3% of the childbearing population in our country are black women, and yet they account for 50% of the babies. So he wants to talk about the fact that he loves black people when indeed he's actually trying to kill black people and is actually quite successful at doing so. He's a wicked, evil man, and the reality of it is totalitarian leaders seek to call right wrong and wrong right because through their propagandist motions, they are wanting to destroy human life so that they can make money off the death of the future. Governor Newsom, remember this. Understand this, because one day you will remember this warning when you go before the Lord and you hear the words, go to hell. I have been mind-boggled at the evil that you continue to capitulate to. Folks, he gave us one piece of good advice, and that was wake up, America. I think we do need to wake up. You have the power to buy or not buy. You have the power to get involved in supporting these businesses or not supporting these businesses. And the reality of it is, it's actually time to watch these businesses flail by walking away from spending your money there. Let them learn the lesson. They are not allowed to exploit our children. Plain and simple.